everybody, this is Dave Nasty with NextLevelGuitar.com, and today what we're going to talk about is working over a nice slow blues in D minor in this case, and we're actually going to work in the Dorian scale along with the pentatonic scale to add a bit different tonality and show you some options that you have with notes and some passages that you can do. Everybody, please click on that link that you see below. I'm pointing right to it. If you want a video that is not available on YouTube, a free lesson, a free video lesson not available on YouTube, you click on that link. It comes with a coinciding ebook of a bunch of different scales and chords and information. And again, it's something that's not available on YouTube, and all you got to do is just click on that link below. Let's just go ahead and outline this really quick. Okay, D minor, easy enough. You have your first position pentatonic. Okay, so in some other lessons that we've done, we talked about Dorian, and we actually talked about how Dorian is the same intervals as the pentatonic scale. So intervals, what the heck am I talking about? The space between notes, that's what you're going to refer to as an interval. And in this particular case, we'll just really say all music is formed of intervals when it comes to chords. When intervals are stacked together, they're called harmonic. When they're separate, they're melodic. And in this particular case, we're going to talk about melodic intervals, flat third and a flat seven. And that's going to be what makes up our pentatonic scale and what makes up our Dorian scale, and ultimately the key that we're playing in this case, which is D minor. So the shapes that we have is that first initial pentatonic scale, and then I'm going to also show you another neat version of the Dorian scale that's going to put you in a bit of what they call a cage system, or a region of the guitar. It's going to keep you right about in this area. Okay, so we have this. Here's your Dorian scale. Beauty of music is that we all make mistakes but enjoy doing it. Okay, so in this particular case we have now, for this particular jam track that we're playing over, which is available here at Next Level Guitar, by the way, we have this tonality. And we're going to experiment with some different licks, but I always like to make sure that we get some of these other notes in here. So we're not just staying on some of these worn out roads that we've done for so long within the blues pentatonic scale, especially within the first position. So if you can realize with this scale and how it sits within that first position, you got a lot to work with. So traditionally, we may do something like this sometimes in a blues. I'm gonna break that lick down. That's a cool lick. So what I'm doing right here, I call these whoop-dees. Gives that kind of effect. Whoop-dee.
Yeah, Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry, right? All right, so spicing this up a little bit. I'm gonna go. I've got my first finger laying flat. I'm hitting my E string with an upstroke. That's important. We're going down and up, down, and then I hit my A note there. So ahead. I'm gonna add this one. That high E is kind of tough when you're bending that F there to get right back into that position. Ooh, that's good. We're talking about D minor, but I gotta show you this. We're going here. Using a bit of a different finger. Sometimes when we're playing within the pentatonic scale or when we're playing guitar, it's the little connections that we make between ideas that are most important. I find in pentatonic, this is a good one. You have. From there, I can go just about anywhere. I was doing this a moment ago. From there, I can lead into just about anything. How about that Dorian scale we're talking so much about? So within that shape, I've got these notes that I can use. Little passages. Basically, the notes I'm talking about is I have my B and I have my E here. And they add really nice color and tone to your ideas in that position. Taking this one, kind of a Stevie Ray Vaughan type of an idea, right? A lot of people would always ask, this one's not in the pentatonic scale. How come we can use it? It's part of Dorian. Dorian is the same intervals as pentatonic. That's why. So you have hit hit that note, hammer-on pull-off, off the D. That's a good lick right there. Nice little D minor kind of passage. Little variations within there. Now, if you're comfortable with your hammer-ons and pull-offs, really, really easy. Or in concept, I should say. Don't want to be that guy. I'm pulling off, not picking anything. Pull off, back up. Really strong minor tonality there. In this particular case, let's break this down a little bit. A minor 7 arpeggio, flat 3 and flat 7. We got 3 things we can combine now. We got a minor 7 arpeggio, we have the Dorian scale, and we have the pentatonic scale, all existing with the same interval quality, right? And we're playing these in a melodic fashion, separated notes. So you have... Here's your D minor. D, F, A, and C. Here's your Dorian scale for that position. That rich tonality of Dorian come out right when you just get into those notes. It's beautiful. So, in this particular position, what pentatonic scale would I use? I would use this one. That's going to afford us some neat movement right there. We've got this resolving D note. Just like going like this. Or even still. We've just moved it into this position. Now using the scale shape. Different kinds of things. I'm sliding into notes. I'm using hammer-ons and pull-offs. There's a lot of liberty here that's really important for you to take on your own. Not all of these licks necessarily need to be completely broken down. What you need to think about more than anything is how you can try these things on your own, and you really can't go wrong with it. You can do a little hammer-on trill thing. That's just kind of a classic little pentatonic run right there. Now, I'm going to try that in a different position. We're going to go like this. I'm going to call off the frets. We have 8, 10, 8, 10, slide. 10, 12. We got 10, 12. So the idea is we're taking licks in different pentatonic shapes and moving them around. We had this one. We had Dorian in this position. Dorian in this position. And you can really work these things in. One other little subtle thing, and then I'm going to kick up this jam track and we're going to do some jamming, people. This is the last thing that we're going to talk about. And I like to do this all the time. The best way to think about this, though, is I got to turn my volume down a little bit so it doesn't get too distorted. We're going to talk about this. This nice little tremolo technique. Really, really subtle. Now, I've bailed my pick altogether. I'm a little bit freaky when it comes to this. You can use your pick. I like to use the very tip of my finger because I feel it has a softer tone. It's easier for me to cross over the strings when I do this, and it allows me to keep my wrist nice and loose. So I've got the pick tucked here. I'm going to turn it so you can kind of see what I've got going on here. Substituting my index finger for my pick. This technique is subtle and can be used with octaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick up the jam track. me cue this thing up here so I look cool on camera. I'm going to cue up the jam track. We're going to go through this and we're going to play some of the examples that we did. I appreciate you checking out this lesson. This is really, really cool. We've taken the pentatonic scale, we've mixed it with the Dorian scale, we've mixed it with a minor 7 arpeggio. Again, all of the same intervals, all can be used together in any particular key or minor key, depending upon what you're playing in. We're talking about D minor blues right now. So I'm going to play over this track that we've got here at Next Level Guitar, and can't wait to see you guys next time. Please check out the website. There's all kinds of good stuff. You've heard me say it a million times, but go there. Over 850 lessons, all kinds of different styles and techniques, books, DVDs, all the good stuff. All right, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Let's see how fast we can get this to jam. All right. And there we go.